What legacy do you want to leave when you reach your final destination, the end of the journey, when it's our time to move off from this planet to pass our legacy on to someone else? Welcome aboard. So welcome aboard. Oh, sorry, Dave. Welcome aboard, everybody. I am on the canal. Dave, this is Dave. I just started talking to him, and it's a beautiful dog. What's
Sam.
little Sam. Look at Sam.
He's a therapy dog as well, by the way.
Oh, he's a therapy dog. It's wonderful. I'm just out for a run in Oxford, and I'm on this just incredible canal here, and we've got chatting, and Dave is just giving a little bit of a history of this particular canal and the vision that was set when somebody came up with this. Just tell us about that.
Yeah, so the guy who designed this was a guy called James Brindley, and he was responsible for a lot of the canals that were built in the 1770s up to kind of like 1810. But he was such in demand that he never saw this finished. He died a couple of years before it was opened. But he had this idea that if you had a cross that roughly bisected the middle of the country, so the middle being like Birmingham, and the corners were Liverpool, Hull, Bristol and London, then you had the ability to trade everywhere in the world. And he sold this vision to a few people. Like Wedgwood was one example of someone who really got the idea and demanded to work on these sections and stuff. But he died, but you can see today it's still here, and it's an incredible achievement, right?
It is, isn't it, really? And I think the message for me is that we need to set a vision for ourselves. What do we want to go to the grave with? We have no idea, do we, when it's gonna be our time up? And I talk about it. I'm a pilot, as all you guys know, though. I just told Dave, is that it's, what's our final destination? Really, it is going to be in the grave. And what do we want to take with us there? We can't take our body, we can't take our money, we can take our legacy and our character. And I think we have to set these really bold ambitions and visions for ourselves, never knowing how far we're going to go. But you were saying that 5% of people change the world, and you galvanize people and input some energy for people to follow. And this is how this system has been dug, isn't it? Just from less than 5% of people having these visions. So it's wonderful.
And I was telling you about the guy, a few people who saved the Canal Canal, which runs from Bristol to London, right? And loads of people enjoy it. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of people enjoy it every year on the running, walking, cycling. And they don't realise, and why would they, that actually a small handful, and I think it's quite literally 5 or 6 people, and particularly there's one guy who comes to mind who, his name is John Gould, and he actually traded up until the 50s, and they were going to close it. The government didn't want to spend any money on it, the railway owned it and didn't want it, and he just refused to give up because he saw the purpose of it for a bigger vision. And if he hadn't bothered, that's an incredible legacy, isn't it?
Isn't it, Jess? It's beautiful. And actually, if you think about it, I'm just looking here, that this area is going to be up for regeneration, and again, it just reinforces the message that I was talking about a couple of weeks ago when I was in Argentina and Buenos Aires, saying that these places are designed for a particular purpose, go through a period of decay and neglect, and somebody comes in to burst a bit of energy into it and vision into it, and it transforms. And it reminds me of a quote. I can't remember. It was one of the ex-presidents of the United States from a couple of hundred years ago. He said that it will not be a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority bent on starting the brush fires of freedom in the minds of men. And I think we can all make that choice, can't we? Dave, actually, the other thing about Dave, which I really like in our 5-minute conversation, is the fact that you're taking a year off. The kids left the house, taking a year off, and he's bought this beautiful canal boat here to explore.
That's basically it. And adventures, who knows? Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful message.
Recommend a gap year to everybody.
Definitely. Well, I reckon once every 5 years we should have a gap year of some sort. Anyway, Dave, thank you very much.
Not at all.
Been a
lovely to meet you.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
As always, guys, I wish you all the very best, and please keep it in the greens.